Hello everyone. Haven't made a video in a while, so we're gonna make another one here. This is my 2004 Pontiac Grand Prix GTP Comp G Super Tarted. This is the second 04 Grand Prix I have owned. The first one I owned was a 220,000 mile Minnesota car, so you can expect a lot of rust. Got the shop pup out here. So I found this one with 90,000 miles from Idaho. No rust, not a single speck of rust. Had an engine fire. So the only reason why I bought it is because I had another car to completely bring this one to life. So that's what I did. I acquired this car in November of 2018. We're 2019. I didn't start assembling this car, or I didn't even start taking apart my other car until about 2 months ago. So within about 2 months of working 60 hours a week for my full-time job, and then in between work and whatnot, I've been going to town on this. And this is where we're at right now. So we'll do a walk around of mods and upgrades and everything that's been done to it. So I haven't made a video in a while. So we're going to start the front clip. I have clear corner headlights, brand new fog lights. The special edition, or whatever you want to call it, front lip. I found a whole kit. A guy had a whole kit in the same color, black. I got a really good deal on it, so I was happy with that. For engine bay, I pretty much just had to restore the engine bay. I had everything out from the firewall forward. Interior was firewall to the seats, because the dash harness for the cluster and everything. Interior dash harness runs through the firewall, connects to the fuse box up front, so that got burned in the fire, so I had to gut everything out. But pretty much it's just going to be a 220,000 mile block. Transmission's 220,000 miles. I just pretty much was gung-ho on getting everything in this car, just to make sure everything on the car was working properly. And then come winter time, this winter, it'll all come back out, and I'll get a new block and everything and go new on that. But so we're going to start with an intake. I did a custom fender well intake that I put together piece by piece. Full fender well intake, goes right through the fender. Didn't have to modify anything, didn't have to do any cuts or anything. Just I had the bumper off, had the fender off, I ran everything, fitted the filter on there, and it works. Front power log, 3/6 pulley, Kohler plugs, tune, Kohler thermostat. By the way, the engine bay is, I had to repaint the engine bay. Engine bay is going to be bed liner, so we'll see how well that holds up. I've been driving the car around, just working out a couple of kinks here and there, and it hasn't really been peeling or flaking from heat, so that's good. Only downside is here, I was, upon putting the motor in, I have really low ceilings, so the motor didn't quite clear with the engine hoist in the garage, so scraped the motor mount on there, that's about it. As far as wheels go, these wheels are just temporary for now. These are going to be 18 by 8.5s, wrapped in some Nittos. They're just temporary because I got these 19 by 10s in the rear and 19 by 8.5 on the fronts. One wheel that I bought was a wrong bolt pattern, so I kind of lost out on that one. So I got a new wheel on the way, so I just threw these on here just to get me down the road. GXP front calipers on the front. Everything's brand new as far as chassis work goes. Control arms, bigger sway bar, It is lowered on BC coilovers right now. New rack and pinion, new power steering pump, tie rod ends, sway bar links, sway bars, the upgraded bigger one, the 34 millimeter. I still have some crap laying around in this thing, but you know, I'm just tidying everything up. Just got done vacuuming it out, but the special edition rockers. We're just gonna have stock Comp G calipers and whatnot in the rear. There's your BC coilovers right there. There's just some dirt. Lots of dirt on this thing. It hasn't been washed in 3 years, so yeah, all of it's just dirt. And she's dirty. We got the SPO black spoiler, LED tail lights, Reflective Concepts inlay, diffuser. Sorry about that. So we got the rear diffuser on there. Again, not a single speck of rust on her right now. As far as the interior goes, I'm pretty much just working on getting her cleaned out. The previous owner was must have been a smoker. I don't think they ended up smoking in this car because I haven't seen like any ashes or anything, but I did see a lot of sunflower seeds. So I've been pretty much just picking up sunflower seeds left and right on this thing. But I had to do a window regulator on this door today, so that turned out great. No, this is not clear coat peel. This is just window film because the guy that had it, he couldn't get the front window to roll up. I turned it on and it came on. So, but I'll sit in it and start it up for you guys just so we can run it. So I gotta put the shit back together and whatnot. 90,000 miles. I did do a GXP cluster on it. It's plug and play. It's a great thing to have. We got dual aero forces in there. This one to work, so I don't know. So that's that. That's where we're at on this thing. I get to drive it up to Rogers, which is about a 20-minute drive on Tuesday for work. I got to get it in and get it in alignment because adding the coilovers, you have to get in alignment, because I put my coilovers in my rear. I'm sitting at about a 2.5 degree camber on the rear, so the ass of the car kind of just tracks like this, like you're driving on ice. So I gotta get that aligned tomorrow or on Tuesday. I got a windshield coming, got that ordered up. As far as the wheels go, my 19s, I got another wheel on the way for that one. Hood is back in the corner, just need a second hand putting it on. And once the windshield comes, I'll get the hood on and then get the cowl done, and then I got to get some adhesive remover to get the window film off. But other than that, this car, it's been sitting in my garage since November. I had it up in the air all winter and there's nothing in it. Pretty much the dash, the dash, steering column, heater core, everything forward was gutted. There's no fenders on it, no bumper, no headlights. There was nothing on it. And it took me 2 months to get everything put back together on it, and just tracking down miscellaneous bolts. Like on my old Grand Prix, where the headlights went, I had a bolt that went here, but for some reason there's no hole on this one. And there's no hole on this one either. So I mean, there's just little piddly things like that that you got to deal with on building something like this. So I gotta drill it, gotta tap it, and get bolts in there and whatnot, and yeah. But this is where we're at. So made this video 12 minutes long. If you stuck around this long, thank you. Giving me a thumbs up, subscribe, you know the drill. Laters.